Welcome, dudes, back to Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. Hello. This is very unusual for me to be sat on this side of the table. Are we all excited?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What are we doing? You right, Nathan? Yeah?
I mean, you know.
How does it feel to have no power? Look at me. So
before are you saying you ever had any power?
That's great.
Yeah. Nothing.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Before we get on with tonight's festivities, we have the housekeeping to do from the top. So, Simon, why don't you start us off? I've really slipped into podcast mode. It's weird. It's just...
What's with this voice? Who are you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oi, white boys. It's normal down the
Twitch voice. Thank you. If you'd like to listen to the podcast, we are available. It's running off on me now. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Stitcher. And if you'd like to follow us on social media, we are very active over at Instagram, Threads, Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to carry on calling it Twitter, and TikTok. So DD&D Pod, all letters, no numbers on all of those platforms.
Thanks, Simon. Now, moving images. What are they?
I'll tell you something, right?
Like a GIF.
I think so.
You take a photo, and you take another photo, and you take 24 photos, and you play them one after the other in very quick succession. You got video.
Shit, that's what they are.
It's the future. Alright, I saw it at a cinema, there was a train coming to the screen. I ran out there. Any media study students, you're welcome. Video. We do video. If you are already watching us live, hello, give them a wave. Hello. We're on Twitch if you're not watching us live currently. If you'd like to watch us live, you can search us on Twitch as DD&D Pod or twitch.tv/DDND Pod. We go live every week currently with something, either us around a table playing D&D or Nathan playing a really great game.
Best game in the world right now.
Hottest game out there. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah, that.
We normally have something every week on Twitch, and we also take the Twitch VODs and put them on YouTube as well, so you can search us Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, watch us there, and that's about it for video, I think.
Which brings us to the best part of the introduction, how to save money.
Yes. Well, I know we all like a good deal, and that's why we are proud ambassadors of Game Tea.
Yeah.
That's right. They are a wonderful company. That's nice. They're a wonderful company that are based in the UK that make luxury handcrafted items for geeks and gamers worldwide. That's right, they ship worldwide. So if you fancy yourself some dice, that will definitely roll really well every single time.
It's a 10.
Double 10.
Double 10.
Whoa! It's meant to be.
It's happening.
That's a 20.
That's a day 20.
Great maths. Candles, t-shirts. They currently have back in their Flair t-shirt. Very cool.
It is hot.
You can currently use discount code TheBriggsy, which I know very vain, entitled.
Yes.
Arrogant.
All of the above.
Own it.
Yeah.
I don't care. Use that code and get 5% off of your entire order. You get money saved, I make money, we all make money, the world goes round.
It's a win-win-win.
Absolutely.
Like that other thing we were talking about. That is that's the TV secret.
That's the one that we'll use later.
And now finally back to me, the most important person. I have a D&D discussion podcast. I've come fully represent. I've come, and also I'm wearing this t-shirt.
Hold the pen as well. Yeah.
Keep it steady.
Is that the one that broke?
Enhanced.
That's the broken one.
Oh, let me keep it. Hold it.
Beautiful.
Yes, thinking critically, a D&D discussion, where I take a different word or topic each week with a different guest and discuss what it means in the D&D and wider TTRPG framework. Generations just went out with a guy called John and his 3 sons, and that was very well received, very heartwarming. Nearly cried in that one.
Oh, wow.
It's full of good energy, that episode. And I just recorded Influence with one of his sons, which will be airing soon. Keep your eyes peeled on Think Crit D&D socials. So that's it. We're gonna go live. What?
Also Patreon.
Oh, we were this time and even merged these two together for.
Yeah, but I had like a little break, and then
did I jump in?
Just picked it up. And
You give me a gap and I'm sliding straight in.
Slides into all those gaps.
Yeah, just Patreon, just Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. We'll give you a shout out if you give us your money.
Fair.
That's
I
all.
think that works.
Fair
It's a
trade.
deal.
That's it from me.
Yeah.
It's a deal.
Actually, before we go any further,
Whoa.
who the heck is this guy?
Oh,
shit!
Oh yeah. Well, actually, there's 2 people that we need to talk about.
That's true.
So we start with him.
Me? Yeah, who are you?
So, like,
Who are you?
I'm an OG,
he's not wrong.
He's an OG.
but wasn't on anything that was broadcasted, right?
Correct, yeah.
So I am the new addition to the Dungeon Dice and Dudes. My name's Matt, here to showcase what I got.
What star sign are you?
Oh, get out of here with that. What?
What have you got? Can we see it?
Yeah.
My stuff's
That's it.
I don't disclose that information.
Blood type?
Fair.
Blood type.
We need to know.
Credit code.
What was the street you grew up on?
Yeah. First hat. Just trying to find out more about you.
I'm elusive.
It's ghosted.
Speaking of ghosts, there is there's a ghost in the room with us.
Is he in the room
Would
with
they
us?
like to speak?
Oh,
It's in the room with us now.
Yeah, that's Mark. He's our helper.
Come on, pop your head in.
Hello.
Get in.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
There you are. Yeah, you
Oh,
were.
you
in
can
favour.
cut it.
Just about.
Yeah, he's helping us. He's doing stuff with us.
Making the stream look way more professional.
Yeah.
That's the.
Doing weird stuff with us.
Oh, what's he doing?
I don't know.
Doing all sorts of things. So if someone gets a little, ooh, that
That's just him doing his stuff.
Yeah.
The ghost in the room. So we are doing session 0 of my new campaign, Reyandor. So not a full episode today, just a few bits and bobs to go through, normal kind of pre-campaign business.
Pre.
Pre.
he did it.
He's ready for it.
But first, as we're hot, I think we've had enough time now to recover from the tumultuous end of Remorse.
Remorse.
No, I had my brain stuck with like Remorse. So I wanted to. We'll have a quick wrap up of that. Let's close the book.
Yeah.
Forget all about it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Because it's over and it's finished.
Wipe it from your memories.
I don't know what happened, so I'm listening.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Well,
You haven't
spoiler
listened
alert.
to all of it?
No.
Oh.
Fuck.
This guy
Apologies.
Where'd he
didn't
come
do his
from?
homework.
Should've.
He was in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some people don't have a spare 200 hours.
Yeah.
Been around.
Fair, yeah.
I think it's less than 200.
It must be just under.
Easily squeeze that in. None.
Nathan, why don't we start with you?
What?
Well, you were the running, the boss man,
That's
the
true.
DM.
I
So
did DM it for 3 years.
indeed. So now you have had time to digest it and process how epic the finale was.
Yeah.
How was that? How are you feeling? Are you happy? You recovered? You over it?
Look, with D&D, there's an element of it's a game, but then there's also the element that we always started it with being it's a story. Like we're trying to tell a narrative story. And trying to balance those two things together. Sure, I would have loved for it to have been the original characters, made it to the end, but dice rolls, they fuck you sometimes. But I think it was a nice way to cap it all off. It was really nice that naturally you all had people that could carry on your legacy. And I just really enjoyed the final battle. It was just it was a good fun time. It's really weird that we started it and most of us kind of knew you a little bit. We were like, he's all right. He's very handsome.
He's a very handsome man.
My ego is going to be way too big. It's already massive. Huge. Bigger than all of yours.
But yeah, I still stand by that. If we hadn't been playing, my life would have been way harder without it. So I'm glad that we did it, and I'm glad that we managed to come to completion together.
We all finished at the same time.
What a climax.
That's what we want.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that.
Who did you think was going to
Come out on top.
revive?
Oh, revive. I mean, there was always a part of me that was like, it's probably going to be Sabine, just because of the two God boys being like, we're in heaven now, or are they? But yeah, because it was a wish spell. I was like, it could be anything, and I was prepared to kind of be really flexible with it, but yeah, you kind of pulled out and you were just like, "Ooh, I'm not dealing with this."
Yep. It's a safe bet.
Yeah. But yeah. You're happy, aren't you?
I'm fucking fizzing.
You got the good ending.
I got the best possible ending for my character. They still died, but coming back, obviously, it's reassuring that they're still out there doing their thing, drinking wine, chilling.
And the sun.
Yeah, 100%. Next campaign that you run, they're going to be some kind of supporting character in the background, probably. Nope.
No, they're going to
They
die
dead.
from alcohol poisoning.
Killed in a grape avalanche.
So many grapes! This is how I want it to go.
I was happy with how that turned out. With Sabine living on.
Yeah.
And of course, your character died.
Which one?
All of them.
Single one.
Literally everyone.
I feel bad, but it kind of just made sense with your track history.
Yeah.
Could there be a record for most characters died in one campaign from one person?
Damn.
If there is a winner.
You've done campaigns before.
Yeah.
That many.
How many people have died in yours?
No one person has lost more than one character, so it's been spread across the table. So
Wow.
And you lost 3? 4?
5.
3.
Well, all of them support as well. Every character you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was supporting.
Well, there was a
Well, the
battle
blood.
master, but he didn't get much time.
the secret character.
Oh,
The hidden
Owen
character.
Wilson.
Did the DLC unlock character?
True fans, no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what Blood Hunter counts as anymore. And then 2 clerics. So yeah, 3 dead boys.
Damn.
That's tough.
Well, 3 clerics.
This is up. Yeah.
Owen, Frederick, and
Mortifics.
Sari.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot what counted those. Yeah. So 4 dead characters.
Do you think you're going to die in this campaign?
No. I'm being positive. That's not a challenge.
Challenging.
I'd like to think I'd learnt from my mistakes.
And now you're the tankiest thing you can
Yeah.
be.
Definitely double down, yeah.
Right in the mixer.
Yeah, I probably won't play. So
Won't what?
live past the prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have my way, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of spite.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
You're
was.
dead.
Luckily, it was like the more characters I lost, the more I enjoyed the next one, kind of thing. Like I think when I rolled Mortis as Blood Hunter, it was like an unfinished class officially, and then it was changed halfway through, so I had to change some stuff, and it took me. I can't even remember the last time I really played a character like that in D&D. So it took a while to kind of get used to. Probably not something I was super into. And Frederick was very fun to roleplay, but I wasn't really super handy in battle. And then Owen was just, the perfect storm. Very fun to roleplay and was very capable in combat, I think.
And from someone who hasn't watched a single episode of this fantastic show, how do you think, from what you've picked up in the last 4 minutes?
Seems like ebbs and flows were well had.
Are you just going to talk in like platitudes? It was like really challenging, but makes you stronger.
Times were had.
Yeah,
all very
It feels like the team were quite tight.
diplomatically speaking.
you had fun, I guess, which is the most important thing.
As a listener. What about you, though, Danilo? What about your character?
Yeah. Because
Dish.
I felt after Sabine got, brought back, and then Varm realised, oh no, that's it, Quinn's gone now. I was like, shit, I don't know if he clocked onto that at the time.
I thought I explained it well enough.
Yeah.
But with hindsight, I apologise.
Oh no,
and
that's fine.
I'm willing to bring him back because it's over now, so who gives a shit?
Lived.
He's still in the ring. Varn's travelling the world trying to bring him back somehow.
Quinn can't die, so I think we that was established canon.
It was on video. There were clips of it.
So anything you basically said was a lie because we can't die.
Just
can't die.
as Lannis was dying, the ring sparked back up again. He was like, you're wrong. And then he died.
Actually, I can't die. It's fuck you. There you go.
How did it feel? Because you were the last person to join us. I don't know if you joined before or after Rob now. But
here, the campaign.
Rob had been in it, yeah. But then was full-time a bit later. So you were like a late addition, even though it never really... After a while, I just didn't feel like it.
Save the best for last.
He's right.
Did you find Quinn find his place in the group easily?
Yeah, it helps to be an elusive person who doesn't want to talk about anything. Really makes it easy to integrate in.
Yeah, it definitely ramps up the party's paranoia. Many conversations were had with me and George in the car ride home about how you are the BBG.
Yeah, literally.
You're just withholding so much, and then there were points where we didn't realise. I think Nathan brought it up once in a discussion that every kind of question aimed towards Quinn was just diverted. But to your credit, it was done so well that it just wasn't. At least for me, wasn't noticeable.
Didn't stand out like a sore thumb that you weren't answering any question.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just by design or just being
lucky.
Being lucky, or just being very good at being elusive and not, or just being really good at being withholding.
Getting off. He's doing it again. He's doing it right now.
So anyway,
great input, Si. No, Quinn was fine. I never want to play Necromancer again because that was a pain in the arse. It sounded good on paper and in my head, but then I was like, this is way too much micromanagement. And
with the entourage?
Yeah.
They were a very fun addition, though.
They were great. They were great.
The entourage.
Commentary was fun.
Yeah, that was really good.
I mean, it was definitely annoying as fuck, but it looked like you had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it's always fun to ruin somebody else's day.
It's our new DM.
Yeah, we go. Target on his back.
Chronology was fun. Probably overtuned slightly, I think, versus the other. Certainly versus Necromancy, for sure, in terms of power and balance. But very fun. Just the Necromancy, it's such a big wind-up for the Necromancy stuff. It's only because we were kind of playing fast and loose with the rules to be able to have all that up at once. You'd never do that in a regular campaign. You'd never have the opportunity to do that, which kind of makes that subclass redundant. So, never again for those two reasons. Necromancer. However, it was very fun. Thanks to Nathan for enabling that and me.
That's right.
But I think I was very happy with Varn to step back and be like it was your daughter that had died, so that Varn can't. I'm not about to be like, well, actually, my mate also died. So can we save him instead? or my hairdresser passed away last month. I get him back because he did a great job. So there's no way he was going to step in and steal that from you.
Yeah.
Quinn, on the other hand, might have done something weird, but I haven't thought too much about it. But that would have been that's an interesting thought exercise to think about how Quinn would have been in that final battle.
Yeah, if he had made it all the way, would he have listened to them and gone, oh, actually?
Yeah, he might have changed sides.
Fuck.
Switching sides.
That would have been fucking spicy at the end.
Yeah.
That would have been very...
Maybe. Depends.
Stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Lannis wasn't a bad guy. He did just want to, like, stop people from dying. And that was supposed to be the whole point of it. Like, once you saw that he was just, like, a small... I say small child, but like a young adolescent, that you're like, oh, he's just going about, like, he sees a square hole and he's just trying to ram a circular object for it. Like, he's just trying for the most direct approach of how to stop this sort of stuff from happening. So it made sense. And like, yeah, I just wanted it to be more about like moral questions about, you know, it was like a through line throughout the whole campaign of, you know, what is good and bad. Like, a lot of the time it's just perspective. So...
Yeah, it showed.
Yeah.
If we hadn't beaten him, what was like? Had you like written up a prologue and like what had happened next?
It would have been the sort of thing of like they would have consolidated their power, like placed armaments around the phylacteries, and then that just would have been the new way of life for Remoris, and then it would have been the next campaign would have had to be back in time.
Oh, because you couldn't. Yeah. Damn.
Or it would have been the sort of thing of like, I don't know, the gods get pissed off a bit, and it ends up being like the whole world is almost like torn asunder, kind of like Cataclysm for World of Warcraft. Just like the whole world is like messed up and fucked up, and it becomes more about, you know, how do the race of people on this planet go on living in such a hostile and tumultuous world.
Yeah.
It's heavy duck.
Yeah, this is all going to be fun, right? It's yours.
That is a good segue.
Yay!
No. Grimdark, great realism, short rest 8 hours. Everything you read in that settings document, throw it away. New paradigm.
Just one quick aside before we carry on. I would just like to say that it is super useful having someone such as yourself who has been a DM play at the table, and you are you're a really great guy for it, and it made my life a heck of a lot easier.
Oh, thanks. It's my pleasure.
That's right.
I expect nothing less from you.
Oh no, I'm checked out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lights are off.
He is in holiday mode. He's on the bed.
Unless anyone has anything else they want to talk about Remoris before we move on.
It was fucking great.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good job, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah. I'll try and write it up and make it available to people if they want it.
Patreon.
For the Patreon.
For the Patreon.
Only.
There you go.
For the Patreon.
Have you got started plans on the next campaign?
Yeah, I in theory, I could start it tomorrow.
Whoa.
God damn.
Damn.
Double
Eddie. He's raring.
I mean,
he is.
look.
Double session straight in. Parallel campaigns.
Don't forget that like a lot of it is taking place in the same universe. So there's 2 continents that are already done. I already know the overarching story for it. I've got a couple of like little plot points. So yeah.
How much takes place on the Mid-Charles?
None. Please say none whatsoever.
Actually, that was the only casualty of the...
All those bits of land that dropped out the sky.
It all fell towards the
No, the next campaign will largely, in theory, take place on Taikan, which is where Sabina's from.
Okay, so definitely she's coming back.
She's coming back as a NPC.
Taikan is meant to be more of like a kind of Middle East and like feudal Japan mix.
Okay.
So lots of deserts, lots of mountainous regions, oases.
Someone call.
Yeah. But anyway, that's enough about Remorest. Let's look to the future.
And now. Another campaign beginning with R. Completely coincidentally, there must be a thing that makes campaigns start with R.
It's a good letter.
Yeah.
Strong.
Fantastical.
So yes, we are going to start the, for now, Reyandor campaign. However, the name will probably change when you guys do something fucked up.
Session 1.
5 minutes. Which, so I thought now I know hopefully you've all done your homework.
Yes.
However, I thought I'd take you through a little bit more about the history of the world, the setting, what it means, why I did certain things. I guess key differences is probably a good thing to discuss. So for full disclosure, you guys are getting like version 3 of this campaign. Originally run once with like a bunch of teenagers, and it was awful, and we didn't get very far, so that one stopped. And then I started again with my home game. Had 6 players, 1 dropped, 1 got replaced, and then since starting 2 have since dropped, and now we're down to 4 players. That was 5 years ago. Yeah. Very many sessions ago. I'm trying to see if I've got my session log here to tell you how long that was. And the reason why is because then you'll have an appreciation of how long you're going to be playing this game with me.
Just a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Quick arc.
Quick adventure.
Yeah.
Padme Anakin me.
Couple of years.
Okay, so I think we've hit 100 now, 100 sessions.
Congrats.
That's a lot, because we ended on 4.
That is 4 years.
Yeah. No, we didn't even do.
We ended on 69.
Ooh,
Nice. Stop it.
I think we
Nice.
made it so that we finished on 69. As many people
Perfect.
do.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have to?
We do.
Yeah, it's definitely over 100 sessions now on that one. So,
insane.
however, what the point I'm getting at is I have refined the campaign now to you're getting a nice polished product.
Excellent.
For you guys.
In its current version, are you happy with it?
Yes and no. As I put in
Oh wait.
Let's try a different question.
That's enough to have a question.
Rather not answer that question.
Yeah.
As I've put, like, the map is a bit crap because I don't do maps good.
Dude, your map is so good compared to the bullshit I have.
Thank you. We were basing it off a scrap of paper, I guess, for your map.
Which I just added bits to as a like, oh, is there anything here? Scribble, scribble, scribble. There is now.
There is now. Look again.
Surprise, there's 2 cities.
As many cities as we need.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find that one of the hardest things to like design a world, because then when I've actually been playing it in this one, it's very hard. Like travel and stuff, it all gets rubber bandy and timey-wimey, and suddenly you've like travelled across half the world in like 3 days, and I'm like, this world's the size of an orange. Like there's no, you'd be able to see the curvature out your bedroom window of the earth of how small it is.
I suppose this is why we should feel bad for the people that wrote Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Because they go, fuck those guys.
It just happens because, a lot of the early stuff of adventuring is like the getting there, the journeys that you've had, the lessons you've learned along the way, and then by the time you get to like level 8 to 12, it's like, that shit's boring. We just want to go fight the big thing.
Yeah.
We want to do the big dungeon. Like, it's just the way it
I
is.
don't want to be in this city now. I want to be there.
Also,
Yeah.
spells, money.
Yeah, wizard shit.
Wizard shit.
Well,
No.
there's
Yes.
What?
There's. You guys have got spells.
We can do stuff with.
That's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to say too much.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Spells exist. Yes.
Not yet.
Not yet. So, I mean, probably in terms of like square footage, it's probably not too dissimilar from Remoras in terms of like land mass and where you can go and what you can do. It's just there's just a lot of like fantasy stuff, you know. It's mainly built from trying to fit in backstories and stuff. So there's now something for everyone in this world, despite it being like 5 cities. There's some place for everyone. And you've all found your homes, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
I have.
I'm
I
glad.
know exactly where that is as well.
You can point it out on the map, blindfold, upside down.
Sweating. He's bleeding. It's crowning.
So yeah, broadly we start in when we actually start to play, and also actually I'll wait for Simon to come back before I say the next thing. But yeah, we all start on something called city called Faversham, which I didn't realise when I made that up. It's a real place in the UK. In Kent.
It does sound
Yeah.
And I've been there.
What's it like?
Is it like what your fantasy said?
No.
Very different.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. And then there's an RPG, TTRPG event, and I went and did the pilgrimage to the home city of my campaign, which was kind of cool.
Nice.
And there's a photo of me in front of a sign.
Hey.
Shout out to Faversham, Kent.
Yeah,
There we go.
lovely part of the Garden of England.
Garden of England,
So-
Kent is, yeah.
Blimey. What a claim to fame.
You not heard that before?
No. I've never heard of the town before.
England? Where's that?
England's my city.
Which is a very Faversham in my campaign, not in the real world. Just a city in Kent in the real world. In my campaign, it is a very large, predominantly human settlement, but it is designed to be the starting / hub for new players. You're starting with somewhere with amenities, where there's a whole bunch of people that know a whole bunch of stuff, and you can buy things and get stuff done because you're all there together, and it's massive.
Convenient.
It is.
Lots of interacting we can have as well.
Do you know what? One of the things I love most is being NPCs and like improvising and doing trying out new voices and
Amazing.
stuff. Because it's so low risk to be like, oh, I'm only gonna be in it for 3 minutes.
Yeah, you have to keep it up.
Unless we latch on.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me. We're going to adopt so many NPCs. Just a travelling band. You're going to hate us.
You need the entourage.
Yeah. We're
You need your
rebuilding
own
the
entourage. I recently ran something where there was basically an equivalent party to match the players' parties. So while they were all interacting, that was like 4 or 5 NPCs jumping between, and that's fun. That's what keeps me on my edge of my seat, keeps me active. And Sudoku. So I guess I had planned to do questions and answers at the end, which we can still do, but in terms of as I'm going through stuff, does anyone have any questions on what we've discussed so far?
What's for the listeners, because obviously you've written on the document and we've all done our homework. But
indeed.
what is Faversham City all about? As in, like, what's it famous for in the continent? What's it? What are the powers that be? Or is that something you're going to do later on? And I'm jumping.
No, we can do this now, and then you can all have a refresher when we set the scene for starters. However, yeah, so it's a huge, predominantly human settlement because we're industrious and we make things happen and don't have to wait 500 years like elves. But it's on a river, so it's trading, lots of ships of all various sizes, both merchant and seafaring, and otherwise small vessels and all sorts of stuff. So there are. I like to subvert expectations, which I know gets very tiresome very quickly. So I'm trying to take the pedal off that, my foot off the pedal for that a little bit in this. So the whole gimmick with this one is that he doesn't really have. There's not like a religious quarter. In fact, the guy doesn't really like magic and spells. The Marquess of the town. Donovan Norik. So he's like, I don't give them any money, so they have to rely on donations. So there's not like, let's go down and walk down the high street that's got Moradin and Thor and Sylvanas and all the way down. You just have to go and like know who to talk to or
seek it out.
Yeah, and go and find some little shrine somewhere that is what it is. Because he's a bastard, man.
It's done it again.
So yeah, just sprawling city, dock workers, like foghorns, smoke rising up off the river, steam engines, maybe, I guess, now. One thing that you'll find quickly with me is I get bored very easily and hate inconveniences. So there's going to be a lot of conveniences and quality of life improvements to a generic fantasy world.
Nice.
Like escalators and lifts and stuff. Because
and only travelators.
Yeah.
They're the big ones.
Now, yeah.
They're the big ones. I love a travelator.
Fuck it. Heathrow Airport is in Faversham. You can just ride the travelators all day. But as for the listeners, I don't interrogate me. Things just are. Things just exist.
Let them be.
Unless there's a specific need or a reason for an elevator to work in a certain way, just trust me that it works. And it's just magic. It's just magic. Any questions, you answer them yourself with the answer. It's probably just magic.
Yeah.
And that's
As it should be.
Yeah.
It's fucking D&D.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, in the back.
I have a question for you. You briefly touched upon it, but religion.
Yes.
Where do you pull your religion from for people that are curious? Because a lot of those are very similar to those in Baldur's Gate, and I think that's just like a particular pantheon. He would know because he doesn't like playing good games. He's busy fucking playing
about
Core,
Robot
Boys or something.
Robot Wars, the game.
Hey, Robot Wars on PS1 was great.
It's Matilda.
Sergeant Batch.
Yeah.
Sir Kill-a-Lot.
He just said that.
Oh, what? I didn't know. Hypnodisc.
Nice. Presumably Forgotten Realms, I imagine. I would have taken a sneaky peek of a couple of them, cherry-picked them. Some would have been derived from previous player characters that I've had, and they've been like, I've got this deity, and I've gone, oh, okay, I guess that's in the world now. So that's why there's wiggle room. If we need to make something work or add something in, it probably can do. Like drawing a new island on a piece of paper.
The Moonshadows.
Yes, indeed. No, they are very much not
Not what?
alive. A thing.
So was there a Moonshay Isles? And have your your world?
not before this iteration of the campaign.
Okay.
And
Sunday Isles.
And I already had that place that was a desolate wasteland, and I was really, really wanted to stick it to Simon and say, the place that you love is dead.
Oh, I
Wiped
don't
out.
love it.
You do love it. You won't
All
stop
my
talking about
characters
it.
are from there because it's just easy.
Easy for who?
Me.
Obsessed with it.
Let's find out a lot about it. It's actually quite interesting.
No, not
Next
now.
episode.
Not now.
Tour of the Moonshine
Simon's
with
talking
Simon.
about Moonshade.
Crackling fire.
Yeah.
Just talking about
Lounge gown.
I'm
Yeah.
doing Moonshine ASMR.
You should do.
Moonshavian ASMR.
Because I'd fall asleep like that. So we can rattle off the primary deities, if you will. Bold Ray. Let's go with Ray for the Evangelion reference. Who, if
So,
Sorry, it's gonna kill you.
It's a young buck. Upstart over here. You can talk when you've rolled your first dice. Bold Ray was actually my deity when I played Vic Vinegar.
Oh.
Was that paladin's deity, and I liked it so much. He's back.
He's back.
He's back. I say Pelor. Is it Palor?
I think
It
it's
is
Palor,
Palor. Yeah. Which is like your generic god, right? Like easy peasy is a good
God.
god.
Good
God.
The Sun Father. As if you need any more.
That actually sounds quite
It says a lot. Yeah. He's the one that's just kind of good and doesn't want to hurt.
Do you have like a pamphlet about him? Because I'm in.
Are you in?
I'm
Where do I
already in.
start?
Thinking of that.
There's a one-time fee of joining the. PayPal me. Let's sort it out. Sylvanus, because I had a druid once, and that made sense. And it's also good to have like androgynous, sexy forest person who flips around. You get a bit. Where are they? You don't know. I'll never tell.
Sylvanus.
See, isn't it great? Sylvanus.
Do you know what? This campaign's great already.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm engaged.
There's Erathis, which I'm not sure. That might be a bit of a wild card one.
I don't know.
The god of civilization, inventions, and law. Oh, she must be in the same as Palor because she's his wife. They're in a relationship. Actually, it's delightfully ambiguous. What relationship? We don't know. On again, off again.
Like
Who could
money.
say?
God's not able.
God stuff.
God
It's a
stuff.
money thing.
Just God things. But she'll tie into a point in the campaign, so I won't talk too much more about her.
Sprinkler.
I say Corellon. Is that right?
I think
I think that one is Carillion.
Korean Dolphin.
All right, if you say so. Who is the the elven god? So if humans have got Palor, elves have got
Right.
Carillion.
if you say
Such
so.
confidence. Such confidence.
But in some of the research, there's a good dynamic between elves and orcs and the drow and Carillion, and there's like a good interaction there between like. Because I think he killed a bunch of orcs.
That was not actually.
Carillion.
No.
So like,
Didn't
obviously the
know.
elves majority still worship him.
Yeah.
But some are like, it's actually kind of bad if you like Old Testament bad kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay. That's
Genocide kind of
Have
thing.
you actually read the book? Because that kind of thing. Moradin, dwarven god of the forge, fires and forge, craftsman. Mr. Beard and a brew. You know the kind of guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
boy.
He's a lad.
Classic dwarf.
Him
Yeah.
out.
Gull Glitter Gold, which I couldn't not add. I couldn't not add because of the name. It's just fantastic.
Great
Glitter.
Yeah.
Glitter Gold.
Who doesn't like glitter?
The gnome deity of luck. And it struck me as very World of Warcraft. That, like, I'm pretty sure there's a reference to that in Mergan.
Yeah.
I pulled that out of the
Yeah.
recesses of my mind.
The archives.
15 years ago. Jeez Louise. So he has a thing with kobolds. So they've got like a thing there.
Oh, like
What
a
kind of thing?
like a
Like.
thing.
An ambiguous relationship.
And yeah, they're in a relationship.
Is a
I don't think it's a friendly relationship.
It's a ketchup bottle.
together.
Oh, yeah.
Bottle of the last little bit.
Yeah.
Loth, is that
Yeah.
Is that good? That one. Who is the Queen of Spiders? Again, very Dark Souls vibes for
Yeah.
Loth. Yeah,
Madam Web.
probably. Yeah.
Don't.
She's
Don't
In a
smirk
chair.
that name like that. Love is hot as fuck.
She's gonna be a mummy vibes. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Google image search.
He's already on
Is she
there.
packing heat?
Oh, okay. So there's a comic I used to read that had a character based on this.
Right.
Is it an adult comic?
There's adult themes in the comic. Yeah.
Sex.
Yeah. Touch
Nut
tits.
busting.
Yeah. Just some nut.
Just some nut.
So the drow, she's drow again, might come into it later on. So yeah.
Oh my god.
This is going to happen a lot with my playlists, by the way. We had Evangelion on earlier on. Did you pipe up about that?
And I think Fallout 4 music was playing.
Jelly.
It is not jelly. I actually did a Google sound check this day. I won't do it on these speakers.
It'll probably come out your phone.
Pronounced Evan Jelly.
Evangeline Lilly.
Elf. Love that film with Will Ferrell.
There's more. There's another thing. Keep going.
Gotta dig deeper.
So yeah, she's a bad bitch.
My character is religious.
I found religion. And then Merkel. Lord of Bones.
You gotta keep it in. Keep the bones.
We're all the Lord of the Bones sometimes. Myrkul.
Oh yeah.
Again, that was an addition from a previous player character's Death Domain Cleric. That's what they picked. So I was like, okay, they're in the mix.
They're in it.
Just put it in the pot.
Yeah, put it in the pot. But it's a good foil. Merkel makes a very good foil for the Raven Queen because they've both kind of got like similar interests over
Bones.
what lies beyond.
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there something there? Will there be something there?
Metal as fuck.
Question.
Yeah.
Is the Raven Queen still considered a relatively new deity in the grand scheme of things, or not so much in this one?
Maybe less so new, but maybe less so new, more so just less powerful. Like not a big. I'm operating on a
lesser
plane of existence that can't even comprehend the needs of mortals.
Cool.
It's like, nah, I can comprehend the needs of mortals, and I'm gonna make them mine.
Getting involved.
Yeah, very hands-on.
Ooh.
She's probably also very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many hands and fingers do you need?
What are they on? Tell me more. This is all very sexual.
Lord of it's gone very sexual.
It's the
started.
gods.
I'm fully talked.
It is getting sticky in here. I will say that.
And there's a theme coming because the next one's the mother of dragonkind.
She's here.
She's here. She's in the room.
Oh my god.
That was timed perfectly for a reveal.
All the doors just opened at once.
Yeah, like 2 doors opened, and then I heard another door open somewhere else.
I'm shitting myself. Out of talk.
We accidentally do a Ouija board.
So the goddess of chromatic dragons. She's the one with 5 heads. Tiamat, because I didn't mention the name. I just said mother of dragonkind.
Yeah.
She's the one from the that OG D&D cartoon.
Tiamat's the bad one?
So she is chromatic dragons, white, black, green, blue, and red, which are the bad ones.
Yeah, and then Bahamut, I think, is the good one.
Yes, the
Platinum Dragon.
Bahamut.
Yeah, but if they're not chromatic, they're
Metallic.
Yes. Yeah.
Turns out also they are twins.
Oh, Tiamat and Bahamut.
Yes.
Bahamut, someone from Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Big old dragon.
So
Recently unlocked for me in Final Fantasy 10.
Guns.
Great
On
game.
his wings.
Yeah.
Stupid.
No.
We're talking about Final Fantasy now.
Oh, we're talking about Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one?
10.
10. Best one.
Not going to argue with that.
16. That's one. Only one I've played.
Oh, fucking recency bias. Jesus.
Which one's 16?
The new one.
Just come out.
Oh, right.
Don't let it all talk like this. That was almost like
You mean my normal voice? Yeah. So she's ultra bad, very evil.
No good.
Arrogant, greedy, hateful, spiteful, and vain. Not my ex-wife.
Nice.
And it's that kind of content you can expect from this character. I hope you'll accept this.
Like, you've got thinking critically, but you listen to D&D Pod for the real damage.
I'm after dark.
Yeah.
Nights.
Uncensored, yeah.
She disdains mortals, regarding them as disposable pawns.
So do I.
Yeah.
Same.
Hate them.
Same.
Yeah,
Park bushes.
So as I said, we've got wiggle room. You want to mix up something, take a different stance, add something in, take something out. We can make things work, but that's your building block for a start for 10.
Nice.
No. 3 sisters.
No.
No.
I give you so many sexy women and men. All the dudes are
All
fucking
the dudes are probably buff.
jacked,
Bunch
fully
of Chris
rigged.
Hemsworth.
Jack Daddy.
I would assume Paylor is probably the main.
For humans, yeah.
Okay.
He's just like a unit.
Yeah.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, in his prime. In his prime.
Gobble gobble.
It's turkey time. Gobble gobble.
So Reyandor is a very varied world. I like to say the catchline for the Reyandor is a world equally full of whimsy as it is war.
Wow! That's hardful stuff.
That is cuts right.
Put that on the billboard.
Yeah. As you enter it. Yeah.
I like to have there's tense moments, there's bad things that are happening to good people are dying, there'll be touching moments between family members, but then also there will be goofy shit.
Proper the smooth baby.
So part of we'll do proper session 0 stuff rather than you humouring me for 3 hours, but part of the agreement with I haven't started that bit yet. Sit down. Is that like you have to like go with the flow to a certain extent. So if I'm like trying to be serious for a moment, then you can probably see the direction it's going in. And then likewise, if it's goofy time,
It's playtime.
go silly.
Let's get silly with it.
Have fun with it, you know. Play with it.
Get your jelly out.
Take your tops off. Whatever. If you wanted to do that, you could do that.
I already am.
Paylor's watching.
Yeah, Paylor's the kind of thing that like people have on their wall in their house.
Like doing the pose, holding a sheep. he's got the best ass.
He's got the side axe.
Yeah.
Obliques.
The Lord of Bones over here. That's tenuous. So yeah, there's all manner of stuff on the continents, all manner of places to go. There is the frigid north, because it's cold away from the equator. Very original. I'm going to just go and have 5 minutes in the bathroom. We need to call that a different game.
Is there a sink in there?
No more whimsy.
There is a sink in there in case you need it.
I did, yeah.
It's already got the grooves.
It's a fun old
Place here.
So we can talk about magic a little bit. We talked about religion. Magic is native to Reyandor, and the reason I saw the sentence is because it tags off on what we're just saying, and can be found in all its nooks and crannies. You go digging for it, you're gonna find it. Get those crannies wide open.
We are going to be edging for the next 2 hours. For this read through.
Here's the thing I do like to make people aware, in all seriousness, and maybe perhaps for newer players, is that like, if you do crazy magic, people are gonna freak out, and I feel like I do have to stress that sometimes. Because in the previous campaign, someone was like, I'm just going to cast fly and fly over the sea. And I'm like, oh, people are screaming, because no one flies here. and they were like Supermaning across the sky.
There's no fly zone.
Yeah. So, you know, simple parlour tricks and stuff is fine because you're like, people do that for tricks on the street, but outlandish stuff. People do that for a sixer. Yeah, but like explosions and flying across, expect people to be like,
Polymorph.
what the fuck are you doing?
The T-Rex is running down the street. They're gonna.
Yeah,
big
they're gonna
concerns.
freak out.
Do you have like a hard and fast rule of like
Yes.
It's the
Do you have a
direction.
I have the
Go.
first half of that.
like cantrips? Most people could probably do, but then once you get into like first and second level, that's like you've spent time somewhere to learn that, so not everybody's going to have access to it.
I didn't, but that is great, and we'll go with that. Look at this collaborative world building. That is the limit.
Wind.
So
Because then that gives you like minor illusion, mage hand, which
Yeah.
all this very base level stuff. But as soon as you go any higher than that, it's like you've just shot like a load of acid at someone. What the fuck?
yeah, that's not
No,
cool.
little thaumaturgy.
Acid play.
Don't kink shame.
No harm in it.
Living
However,
flesh.
Lots of harm. Please be aware.
full disclosure, do not try this at home.
Yeah.
When I do it, it's with a trained professional. So.
Someone with like a lab
Clipboard. Yeah. That's the good stuff. That's further reinforced in the starting city of Faversham in that, back to Mr. Marcus Donovan Norreek, he's like, I don't like your magic shit, keep it on lockdown. So I would be extra careful in Faversham. Not that obviously you have a huge amount available to you at level 1, but consider that your fair warning, so there's no rug pulls later
So
on.
even like smaller types of magic, do you not?
So some people can be more subtle with their spells. That's you. What's a spell? But yeah, as Nathan said, also cantrips are fine. Kids might be like, you can make fireworks in the sky. I'm gonna follow you down the street and be like, do it again. But
Oh, those kids need to.
Yeah,
They need to brighten up. Yay!
can't cause damage with thaumaturgy. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fireworks.
Yeah, very
a lot of
much.
disclaimers with this episode. A lot of stuff off the top.
Help and save. Parental disclaimer.
Yeah.
Parental warning. So big river running through it. Trade ships. Up to the north, you have a ballroom where the dwarfs come from.
That's me.
There we go.
My catchphrase.
So obviously there's a lot of commerce between the two cities. So there's a lot of trading ships and stuff, and so on and so on. So that's the world. The other things to consider in the world as I fill for time, as I scroll through my document, we've done religions. I saw it earlier on the note on money. I hate money.
Who done?
IRL or?
I love money. But tracking it in D&D is a pain in the backside. If you guys like that, then feel free and I'll help, but it's not going to be coming from me. Just
Damn it.
that's one for the viewers. It's a secret physical comedy for those who watch the stream and podcast. Because it's just like weird. Like I'm sure for you as well. It's like, oh, how much is that beer? Who cares? You can afford it.
Yeah. It gets at first it makes sense because it's a bit more of like a milestone of like, hey, we can afford this really cool magical item, or we can afford a house or something like that. But then very quickly it's like it's just such an abstract thing. Like nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, can't we all just have this as just platinum? Why is there like gold, silver? I've got a load of bronze I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Don't even bring up Electra.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not a recognised currency.
No tender, not legal tender.
Credits will do fine. No, they won't.
There's a TTRPG called Against the Dark Master, which I played, that has a cool kind of workaround where it's just like you have like tiers of currency and you don't really count money. It's just you start like lower tier, so you can afford like bread and beer and sleep, and then at some point you'll get knocked up into the next currency, and then that will just cover you then, because you're kind of earning that level of income. And then if you do a big expenditure, it'll get you knocked back down and stuff like that. So maybe I'll formalise it into something similar to that, but basically don't have to count pennies because it's boring. You're already looking at enough numbers. You don't want to get a spreadsheet out to work out the denominations. So broadly, copper, silver and gold, but don't expect me to care until you're like, I want to buy a castle. Then I'm like, we can't do that. Because you haven't got enough money. So so that's that.
Nice.
And then probably the last final kind of, well, a couple of things in terms of planar travel. It's the Great Wheel cosmology. So pretty much the standard Forgotten Realms stuff, Feywild, Shadowfell, 4 elemental planes, and then all the outer planes of Elysium. I was going to say a different word. Elysium, Arcadia, Hades, all the good and bad ones and everything in between. And they're cool places.
Oh, what is this?
The breadcrumb.
There's a Quinn in the room.
On this ring.
Shut up. So anything you want to do with that is cool. Anything, have a think about it and stuff. And if there's anything that interests you, we can always try and work something in. Or if a long lost relative is from something, let me know.
Well, I suppose though.
Yeah. That all depends.
Cool.
That all depends on you, actually, for reasons that will become appropriate soon. Did I sort the calendar out? I did. I really, really simplified the calendar I made because it was weirdly
January,
confusing.
February.
No, not even simpler.
Oh my god.
Spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Nice.
The new one.
Have a team check that.
I did a calendar before, and it was when I was like all into world building. I was like, I can make my own calendars and have like mid-frost and all this other stuff, and then it got really weird to like track to kind of like understand it as a human, because it was like, but wait, there's like 4 days in this week, but no weekends and stuff like that. So I just paired it all back. There's also how many days? Each month has 42 days. No leap years, nothing weird. Just the same number of days in every month. Nice. A hard cut from spring to summer.
Love that.
Like it.
No messing.
Yeah, for it.
And you start in summer because that's my favourite
No.
season. So that's why.
What is everybody's favourite season?
Good question.
I'm a download. Summer.
I like autumn.
I'm an autumn guy.
Yeah.
Autumnal.
Jackets.
Yeah.
Hoodies.
Hoodies.
Winter.
You're a
Damn.
winter girl.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Out
you got
there.
some snow boots.
Yeah. Dungeons, Dyson Dudes calendar coming.
Mr. January here in his
Yeah.
snow boots.
Nah.
Wait, so we
No.
got no one for spring?
Deputy December.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
Mark best friends, so we're good.
Oh, we're covered.
Yeah.
Good. There's something for everyone in this campaign. So yeah, that's that. Any questions on that? It probably won't come up too much, but if not, we'll move on.
Are the hours the same?
Yeah, because fuck changing or messing with that.
Yeah.
When does the tax year start?
So a funny there is no tax year.
Oh,
No tax.
No tax.
Tax
Everyone's
Tax paper,
fast to
mate.
lose.
no tax. How's all this funded? No magic.
Yeah.
It's magic.
I paid my taxes with magic this year. You're gonna set me back.
Was that like a
Bloody
back
filter.
transfer?
No, 24-hour cycle, standard. Oh, and also follows the seasonal changes. So, like, obviously, the days are longer in summer and shorter in winter. If it's just well building, sprinkle for you on top. So that's probably it in terms of like the stuff you'd want to know in universe. We've done money, we've done magic, we've done religions, we've done races you should know from the document. I won't go through them all, but there's a whole bunch of them available and knocking around and doing various bits and bobs. Elves I play very straight in that they are like Quinn, funnily enough.
They're not paying taxes.
Nobody pays taxes.
Disregard that.
Because of the elves.
So yeah, they are your typical, like, we live super long, bit arrogant, usually intelligent, and very kind of like magic, arcano-science, techno-magic based. That's their shtick. That's probably the only other thing that's that's the only other thing that would be unusual. Everything else it would act as you would expect.
Nope.
You get a gold star today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I know we're not getting into the document too much, but there was an interesting thing relating to races in terms of like how you had them in terms of like rarity.
Yeah.
Did you want to reference that for people watching, and just from my own curiosity, what made you come to that decision? I'm just curious from world building.
Two primary reasons. One is it's a crutch for me, because if you have a bunch of common races, then you can just keep falling back on those, and it still makes sense because you can just say they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So if another dwarf you bump into, well, look at that. They're very common. So that makes it easier from a DM's perspective. And then secondly, just to add some nice interactions for players who might choose more different or less common races, because then it becomes a talking point, right? If you go somewhere that people aren't familiar with your race, they're going to be like, whoa, what's this person doing? So just adds to the interactivity with the world, I guess. Obviously some are quite like geographically based, so common and uncommon and rare and all that stuff varies. If you go to like the Aarakocra home city, then they're very common there. And all the races are rarer, but outside of that, then you default back to where you are. But broadly, you'll find humans everywhere, because they're easy to roleplay.
Bloody humans.
Yeah. Virus.
Yeah.
They are.
Some would think that.
Yeah.
Some deities would think that.
Oh.
There's another sprinkle.
He can't keep getting away with this.
I was going to say something else. As I put in the document, please, as I said, I wasn't lying when I said that it's a crutch. Like, please do be like, do I see any X for whatever reason it may be? Because chances are I probably haven't thought of it. That's probably a weak point for me. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, there is that there, and I'm just an awful DM.
No.
Didn't think.
Stop.
Shut your mouth.
Stop this.
I'll come over there. I'll slap you silly.
So yeah, and then a whole bunch of banned races, both from a mechanical benefit and also because the list is now stupidly long.
It's getting up.
And I'm like, I can't. It's already too much to have all of them in a world. Then if someone's like, I want to be a Minotaur. Okay, well now Minotaurs exist in the world. I guess I have to find a home for them now somewhere. And if you've got 4 or 5 players doing that, all of a sudden it just gets out of hand. So the more outlandish races, that's why they kind of got cut, just because it's a pain.
Makes it easier, baby.
DM's prerogative, I shall say. So, from a mechanical point of view, unless anyone wants to talk about like the world in-game kind of stuff like currency, religion, places you might go, people you might see, planes you might visit.
Is there like a particular city that's kind of got the upper hand on all the others? The superpower of the world, as it were.
Yeah, probably Elisari, which is where
I thought it might.
the elves are predominantly from. I don't know if I put this in the document or not, because I don't want to spoil things if it's not been common knowledge. Let me find out for you. Yes, it is. It floats in the sky. For them, whoever's played World of Warcraft, Dalaran was the inspiration for that.
That's the dudes with like the blue skin and stuff, right?
Well, Dalaran is the name of the floating city, I think. In
The tentacles on the end.
Frozen, the winter, the Death Knight expansion.
Rather than Lich King.
That's the one. Thank you. I'm pretty sure. it was in that one.
Yeah.
so big floating city powered by magic
Taxes.
and taxes. Yeah, so literally upper hand because it's very high, but then also metaphorically because it's full of super old and clever elves that live up in there, and they get around because they're so high. They have like a teleportation circle.
I was just thinking of the Italian vampires from Twilight, the meme where they're just like looking.
Yeah, so that is very much when if you go there, you'll obviously get this at the time, but the way I envisioned Elisari is because they're like above the clouds. It's just like permanent, gorgeous weather. It's like always just sunshine.
They're just singing Hero all the time. I'm so happy.
Yeah, so like gorgeous weather. The streets are swept by brooms that, like that.
Magic.
What's the Disney thing?
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Nice.
Like mail just floats down the streets and that kind of stuff. That's Elisari.
Utopia.
Taxes must be so high.
Utopia.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's doing it.
He's thinking about it.
So many sprinkles.
Yes, so hopefully that answers it. There's not really like too much. I know that what I said the tagline is earlier on, but there aren't any kind of like open conflicts or battle zones or anything like that. It's all everyone's kind of getting on with it.
But they just love war.
They do. Everyone loves it. Can't get enough of it.
Whimsical war.
The war of taxes was a big.
If you tax these people enough, they won't have the money to go to war.
Where do you think the tax money goes?
Oh.
It's like blind.
So we were about to get into another bit.
I'm just whatever. I'm eating,
Mechanics.
baby.
Just maybe have a little break.
Yeah.
Cheeky little 15-minute break just so we can all get up, stretch our legs.
High five.
We can give Mark some water, take off his chain for a little bit. And then we can get into like the next chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's now 1 minute past 9, so we'll be back at 9:15. So I'm out there for a second.
It is.
I told you I don't like numbers. That's all time is. So yeah, see you in 15 minutes. I'm eating crisps.
No, no.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Reyandor D&D. We're all feeling refreshed.
So refreshed.
I had curly fries.
How are they?
Curly fries, Harold. Shrek 2 reference. It's neat.
Very deep cut.
Deep cut.
We all got our legs out. We had a great time.
There's a photo of that.
Look at the photo of that.
See our Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
I think that actually goes on the OnlyFans.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
The calendar.
Yeah. December's edition.
So one thing I wanted to say earlier on to you all was that at the end of this, I will give you some sneaky peek into the start of next session, and we'll capture you individually.
So you mean that you're going to give us a level up?
Level.
That would need to be a sneaky peek, like 30 sessions time. Enjoy level 1. You pick this. You made this.
I didn't. I voted for something else.
This is democracy.
Fuck democracy.
So yes, I will get your reactions on stream as I send you a little bit to read. Oh my god!
Right.
He's eating
Emotion.
and he's gonna eat me too. Man, these crisps are rough.
You can get WhatsApp from Mac.
So you can, after all this time.
For all these years.
So it's settled then. We'll use the WhatsApp to send the message. Okay, cool.
Thanks,
so with that in mind,
Not affiliated.
Thanks, man.
no,
Thanks,
no,
Zap.
use your instant messenger platform of choice. Meta. And that is it from me. Good night.
Well,
Oh,
he's off.
that's it.
That's
Bye.
I'm sick of it.
No, because now we turn the tables
Oh.
to you. And we'll be kind to the newbie. So we'll go
me.
counterclockwise from Simon. So why don't you tell everybody This is Naruto. Everybody.
Nice.
No, it's Monster Hunter. I'm wrong.
Oh,
Fake fan.
get out.
I can't do
You
it.
should live.
I'm never going to recover this. Why don't you tell us all your, if you are able to, what you've picked for this campaign?
Sure
Who they
thing.
are. Obviously, when we start playing again, you'll do a proper introduction to the party. But for the sake of setting the scene, go ahead.
Sure. So I'll be playing a male dragonborn barbarian by the name of Cormac Iratosh from not the frigid north, but up north in Reyandor, a part called the Roost, along with a bunch of other dragonborn settlements. Cormac is a descendant of the very long word Lynx Acasendalor tribe.
You made that word up, though, right?
Yeah, I did.
Don't act like that's
Yeah.
the first time you've ever seen
Yeah.
those letters in that order.
I can't remember how I got that word, but yeah, it's definitely of my own doing.
I had to. He sent that to me, and I had to go back with the phonetics to be like, "Is this how you pronounce?"
That's actually just what I read from as well.
Oh, is it?
From the English, yeah. So yeah, there's probably a little bit of. Actually, I could probably do the whole backstory because there's no
Spoilers.
secrets here.
Open book.
Open book.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're just going to give us your backstory?
Well, yeah, it's not much.
That's the sort of thing that comes out in like sessions.
I'm down.
Give us a footnote.
Yeah,
Because you
just-
couldn't remember your last character's backstory.
Yeah, don't share it with us so we have to remember now, right?
Probably, if I start now, we could end at like 12:30.
Perfect.
And that is the short note.
Yeah. So yeah,
we can go with the reason for adventuring because that's
Yes.
I think good enough.
Yeah.
So, hailing from the Roost, Cormac decided to leave his tribe or his settlement as a brewer. So, everyone in his tribe kind of learns a valuable skill that would aid them with the option of venturing out into the outer world, I should say, to develop this skill and then, amongst return, deliver that developed to kind of be an elder to the tribe and hand down skills and perfect skills. So he is a master brewer of craft ales as well as a few other types of alcohol, but beer and ale is his specialty, and in doing so he has moved down to a small coastal town called Ambershade, where he owns a bar/tavern called Haku's Hostelry, with the dream of opening more bars and taverns along the way, having worked in various kitchens and brew houses, etc. And he finds himself wanting to open a new location in Faversham, which is what brings him to the capital city, to find the right location to open a second tavern. Along the way, he does make everything by hand, and Haku's Hostelry is known for its signature ale, Dragon Soup, which he has perfected the recipe for over many years, becoming somewhat of an expert in fauna and flora.
Fucking incredible.
Unbelievable.
Dragon soup. Here for
That
it.
was the whole thing.
That was pretty much the whole thing, yeah.
Didn't show it in the end. Cool. Thanks, Si.
That's all right. Any questions? No, maybe.
I'm not taking questions at this time.
Okay, yeah.
How do you fit it? You said the class.
Barbarian.
Yeah.
First time for me.
Yeah.
First time for me playing a character that doesn't know any magic, which is going to be refreshing. Yeah, I don't know. I never played a barbarian before, so I don't really know what to expect. I don't think it's going to be as intricate as other stuff. but also with its kind of more streamlined or on rails approach. Looking forward to messing up the obvious boons that he has and just running straight in for attacks.
You just need to rage.
I'll forget. I will forget that. I'll forget that.
You rage.
I don't think we'll let you forget that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, very much looking forward to it. First, like tank. Like I said, first barbarian I've ever played. Done a Dragonborn a few times. So the lore is on my mind. But yeah, also first non-religious character for me too. So just a bar daddy. Until he finds religion.
Until he finds love. And then
Immediately converts.
Yeah.
Where have you been my whole life?
All
He
allegiances.
just settlement.
Relationship with beer over.
Love is my new friend. Just a horrible JPEG outside
it happen.
Haku's.
Very low res.
Right, thanks, Si.
No
How
problem.
exciting. I'm excited to see where you take this creature.
Me too. Fresh start for everyone.
And Nathan said you're less likely to die as a barbarian. So
We'll see.
where there's a will,
Life finds a way.
Jesus.
somehow he died.
Somehow love took his son. That's fine.
Nathan,
Oh,
You're
right. So just a quick aside. I need my phone to set up
sign into
WhatsApp.
the WhatsApp.
Oh,
you will need that, yeah. You lose out. You lose. You lose.
You just send me a message on Twitch.
Not logged in on this machine.
Son of a bitch.
I could on this machine. That's my phone for the listeners. Not something
Sewing
else.
machine.
Yeah. This
I'm going to sew your notes.
1976 IBM supercomputer. Okay, we'll sort that out later.
Yeah. Wait, what am I doing then?
Race, class, who you are, what you want to do.
okay.
As much or as little as you want.
I'm going to go little, because I don't want you all to know everything about me before the game even gets started. Unlike some.
Jeez.
Honestly.
Open book, mate. I've already
Open
played a
ass,
character with many secrets.
Secrets within secrets.
Yeah. Secrets that the player don't even know.
That's fine. You know.
Just say yes to everything and your character will seem more mysterious, which makes them more interesting. Obviously.
That's writing 101.
Yeah.
Okay then. I am, or I will be playing Slevin. Yeah, great name. Shout
We're
out
going to
to
get sued.
if you know who that is.
Lucky number.
I had
Is it?
the
Is
actor's
that right?
phone number for a short time.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What?
In Chapson.
He doesn't have a phone. Wait, he doesn't have a phone. It's like fantasy.
Come on. Come on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's going to be a monk. You didn't do subclass, did you?
No, it's too early yet, so hold that thought.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know what I'm going to do. What is he? He's a human. What else did you want from us?
As much or as little as you want.
Oh, right.
Reason
yeah.
for adventuring.
Reason for adventuring.
There it is.
Let's just say he did some stuff that he's not super proud of, and because of that, he made a big decision in his life. And someone came along and they were like, "Hey, come on, don't mess about, don't do drugs," and now he's trying to do better.
Don't we all?
So that's the stuff he regrets.
What?
Do
Drugs.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, drugs are great.
What is this drug?
Disclaimer.
policy?
Another display.
Yeah.
What drug policy in Reyandor? Hard no.
What? No suit.
No spice.
No taxes.
If there's no taxes, then there's got to be drugs everywhere.
Oh, actually, taxes fuel the drug economy. Wake up.
War is a drug.
Oh, proxy wars. War economy.
All changes.
War on memes.
No,
Don't do it.
I would sacrifice myself.
I can do it. I've worked it out.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I don't need it now though, right?
Not yet.
Cool. So there's a little bit of overlap with being like a high dex build with my first character that I did in the D&D game that we all kind of came together on, which I played a rogue. So there's a little bit of overlap there, but you know, monks should be more DPS and more consistent damage. This pen's come apart.
They all do. Terrible workmanship.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to be a bit more of like a straight man to what everybody else ends up playing. And yeah, he's just a dude trying to do good. We'll see how that turns out.
A do-gooder, you might say.
Dude good. Do-gooder.
It's
Too slow.
But for why?
Gouter.
Count.
Selfish reasons? Selfless reasons? Who's to say?
But we all.
You never know.
Vegans? No.
Surprises to it.
Everyone's mysterious now.
No, not me.
He's an open
He's
book.
an open book. Didn't you hear that?
Yeah.
The minute you see
the film
him,
Green
you
Book.
know everything about him.
Hello, my name is.
It's like a pamphlet he gives it.
I'll tell you what, as one physical thing that I'll tell you about him, just because of the whole closed book thing, you can't see his face.
Oh, wow.
Why?
What if I have dark vision?
That's a DM question.
Does anyone have dark vision? Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
60 feet.
Just you?
I prefer not playing with dark vision.
Yeah.
No.
So just one.
Shit, we got stuck up with torches.
I should have said I didn't have it.
Let's see.
Put your flashlight.
I don't have it.
No, you can have it.
I lied.
Fine.
I lied.
Have it.
All the pressure is on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I have it.
You have to see in the dark.
You are always at the front of the pack.
Yeah.
No matter the environment now.
Yeah. Okay.
He's wait, where's he from? The Trade City. Look, I don't have notes, so I
Not
can't.
the Trade City. It's the Trade Federation.
Oh, come on. I was close.
Definitely getting sued.
It's just 3 words. You can't trademark 3 words.
Sorry, is that Lucas? I'm sorry.
Shut it down.
Yeah, we've got to end the stream now.
I've sent the heavies round.
Barris?
Yeah, Jenna Barris.
Jenna Barris.
Yeah.
There you go. That's him.
Wow.
On the southern continent.
Nice.
Closed book.
Southern Belle.
We can do that.
Wow, I do declare it's awfully hot in the southern region.
The Trade Federation. You're allowed to say it.
Oh, the information.
Thank you,
That's alright.
Nathan.
No worries.
George.
I've got loads, so bear with. I'm going to be ages reading all this.
You can read it all.
I'm going to read everything I've got here.
Yes,
I'm scrolling. So I'm going to be playing Cal Solus. Haven't decided how you
I really
pronounce it.
thought you were going to say Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Kestis, yeah.
Come on.
He's a Jedi.
From the Trade Federation.
Yeah, from the Federation. Shit.
Small world.
Knock, knock, knock. George Lucas.
It's an homage. So it's okay.
It's actually parody.
Yeah. So Cal is a male half-elf bard. It's probably about in his mid-20s by the time we join him in the campaign. Give you a brief description of what he looks like. He's got piercing blue eyes, thick brown hair, short back and side style. Top is a bit messy, a little wavy, and a little pushed back and stuff. He's got a longish, thick brown beard also. He's incredibly well kept, and he is a handsome chap because he's a bard. He's got a
You got to
he's got a present. Yeah.
You're handsome.
Well,
So-
you're Chris Hansen.
Take a seat.
She's 14.
He wears like a black and grey Gambeson style padded jacket.
Nice.
Google that.
Gambeson.
French for like leather armour.
Yeah,
armour?
it's like a defensive, like padded jacket.
Yeah.
With the buckles.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's got so it's a padded jacket with brown leather lining down the middle and lots of silver buckles as well.
Quilted.
Although traditionally a defensive jacket, he's modified it to accentuate his best features. So makes the arms look a little bit bigger, cinches at the waist a little bit. It's just been tailored to be a bit more stylish than defensive.
Cut for the dick.
Yeah, absolutely. Brown leather gloves with guards around the wrists, black leather trousers, and brown leather boots.
He's got his leather black jeans on.
He's got his leather black jeans on by any means on. But yeah, all of it is carefully picked, and it's there to kind of be the heights of fashion where the opportunity allows. So he carries on him a lute, which he slings on his back. He's got a rapier and a small dagger also. Overall demeanour is jovial. Can be seen with a cheeky grin on his face as he serenades any audiences that will listen.
Cheeky.
Very cheeky.
Very cheeky.
He's a cheeky boy. As far as backstory, I'll tell you some tidbits, but I'm not going to go into all the details. So you'll have to learn more as the campaign progresses.
Saucy.
No, just tell us everything.
Okay, here we go. So Cal was born in Elisari as an orphan. He was an orphan. And at the orphanage, he used to sneak out at night, go to different taverns, and listen in to performers that were there. And that's when he started going to talent shows as a kid at the orphanage. He dreamt of being a big star, and that's where the mothers of the orphanage saw Cal's potential and gained him a scholarship to the Academy of the Arcane in Elisari.
The mummies of the orphanage.
The mummies, yes, the mummies for the listeners, yeah. At Lolf.
There we go.
Everyone worships Lolf. At the academy, he began to learn the ways of weave meddling through music and bard schools of study. Once he completed his studies, he decided to go on a world tour to prove his mothers, or mummies, of the orphanage, that he would do them proud and send coin back to them to repay them for the kindness they showed him. So yeah, he went on his world tour, left Elisari, first leg of his tour in the adjacent continent of the Roost.
Yeah.
After time, that world tour kind of started failing a little bit, and was failing to achieve the coin and success he wanted on his tour, so he decided to take on low-paying gigs, and that is where Cal met Cormac in Ambershade, by performing at Cormac's Tavern, Haku's Hostelry.
Story. Is that what does that word mean?
It's just a word I found in a book called a thesaurus,
Oh, nice.
which is another word for a tavern.
Okay.
And I needed something to alliterate
Nice.
with a famous dragon's name.
I'm into it.
I like it.
Damn.
And yeah, after playing some high-profile gigs at Cormac's place, they both decided to set off to Faversham City together to look for a possible new tavern to set up and for Cal to continue his world tour. And that's his reason for adventuring. A little world star.
World star money.
He's got world star money, baby. But yeah, that's Cal. That's all you need to know for now.
Oh,
Ooh.
right.
I'm sprinkling as well. I've got sprinkles.
There's more.
There's
Oh, wait.
There's more.
You said what class you were, right?
Bard.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, tour, mate.
Bard World Tour.
Yeah, but I didn't know if he actually specifically said
No, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, right at the top.
right at the top.
You weren't listening.
I was looking at something.
You piece of shit.
Oh, I get it. You're basically playing you, but just good at music.
Well, no. Not at all. I tell you what, I haven't decided the accent yet, though, still. I'm
We haven't done that at all. Yeah.
I'm still
Interview team.
Save that for number one,
Yeah, alright. It's a good shout.
because I don't want to put the pressure on. And
Yeah.
Shit.
Do it now. all four of you. I think you need to do
I
that.
think we would go
Yeah.
to minus using this after that.
Mr. Twitch asks us to stop. Thank you.
That's right.
Newbie's turn.
Last but very not least.
Oh, shucks. So my character is Muligor Doombelch. Mouthful.
One more time on that first one.
Muligor. Little baby boy.
Little mooey.
Oh,
Might be pronounced something different, but for now,
I mean, it's your character.
Call it.
Yeah. I'm sticking with that. Male mountain dwarf, but sorcerer. So a little spice in there.
Nice.
So he comes from Ballroom, and was always gifted with the aspects of magic. Able to do a couple of things when he was younger, getting like pushed around, could show him what for. But no one in the town sort of had anything to do with magic. It was all smithing, working in breweries. But he was destined for better things than what the town promised. So set out to go on a great adventure to prove himself, which was a bit of contention with his family. Doesn't want to go back. Burned some bridges by leaving. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm not an open book.
So many shut books.
So much this.
Get these open.
But he's a bit closed off when you meet him. Doesn't take well to strangers too much. And is a bit, I don't know, in his own world sometimes.
Damn. We got a real mixed bag.
Yeah.
With you four then.
Yeah.
So how are we feeling with that makeup? That setup of party, like.
So monk, tank,
So
barbarian.
DPS, support / utility / face.
Yes.
Striker, face, potentially
Oh
utility.
yeah, 'cause it'd be charisma as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems
It's
good.
basically all on you. You have to do everything.
Dark
And
vision, charisma.
Yeah.
If they die, it's on you.
Oh, great.
I think, technically speaking, the only thing that we're like missing is. You're right. Fucking speaking again.
No, I thought you were gonna say healing. You're gonna say healing.
Well, a dedicated like support class or like a dedicated like int class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best kind.
We dumb as a bucket of shrimp.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a little dumb to do a little adventure.
It'd be interesting to work out what your.
Yeah, I am dumb.
Has anyone got anything in int? Or are you all like 8 and 10?
Hey.
I'm 8.
Oh, good. Lots of puzzles and riddles coming your way, and you're all just scratching your heads.
I'm 0.
So that's he's 10. Yeah.
14.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the brains.
Wait, hang on a second.
good.
The bard is
It's the brains. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't track. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Good luck.
Have you got any concerns about the makeup of our
2
I
seconds.
feel like it's a leading. I feel like it was a leading question.
No, not at all. Because I don't think you need it. You don't need any. You could do 4 of the same racing class, so I don't really mind about that. What's interesting is what skills are driven off? You've got character sheets in front of you. What skills are driven off of intelligence?
I mean, the big ones that give you information. So Arcana, history, religion,
Nature.
investigation. I always find nature such a dumb
Yeah.
one for int.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Like, essentially, it'd be a case of if we want to know information.
We'll have to ask.
Yeah. Do I remember this? You don't remember yesterday. So no. Okay. Any proficiency in Arcana?
Nope.
Look,
This is gonna be good. So you're
You're
gonna
new things.
You're gonna get a magic item and just be like, I don't know what this is, and nobody can tell us.
Yeah.
probably
So
good.
It's probably a low value thing. Let's just.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Yes.
Yes, you got.
yeah,
Yes.
we got it.
Yeah.
okay.
We got one with proficiency to help with even though
Okay.
Cal's is probably
Between
higher than
you
yours.
two.
Yeah.
It might be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a +2, but it doesn't come up as a proficiency.
No. All right, cool. So you should be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
As long as one of you, maybe only you can probably pack identify, which you probably should do at your earliest convenience. I
Yeah.
believe it'll be in the bard spell list, but I might be wrong actually.
Wait a minute.
Let's find out.
Yeah, it is at first.
Nice.
You got-
There we go.
I didn't-
Not that I've packed it, but Might swap that out, yeah.
As a monk, I can punch things, and then I'll know if it hurts or not.
Punch it. It's broken.
Can't be magic.
Yeah.
Can't be magic. I broke it, so it can't be magic.
Surely not.
So, yes, there we go. On that note, though, that's a good segue about spells, and it's something I forgot to mention earlier on, and I have mentioned, but for the benefit of the listeners and those, so there's no weird scares later on, is because we're doing this little prologue-y area. When we start, you'll be level 1 through to 3. At that time, at level 3, everyone will get a free coupon to remake their character if you'd like. Actually, do you know what? A barbarian is a bit shit, and I'm not enjoying it.
Maybe I should be a cleric.
A cleric.
From the moon shell.
That's an island.
Yeah.
That's the one band class.
Nope.
No clerics allowed. So yeah, wizard.
That only knows healing spells.
Don't get any, you fool.
He's multi-classer.
Yes, he is.
Paladin.
I'm going to multi-class. Yes, I am. You could be multi-class.
Or you
I'm
could be
stopping
warlock.
right now.
Yes.
You could be warlock and do celestial.
I'm not doing it.
I'm doing it.
But I might do
He's
it.
doing it. He's doing it. I'm not Barmite, and I am.
I'm not going to commit to no, but how long till we get to level 3?
Long time. Enough to realise whether you like the class or race or not.
Guess we'll see.
So yeah, a free little switch around that kind of just gets retconned in the least obtrusive way fashioned. So there's just no like, you've just always been that, and anything that's happened at that time you can kind of run through a filter of. They did that a bit differently when it actually happened to how we rolled it at the table. Moving forward, we can always do it if the new decision is also a bit iffy. We can always look at sorting that out later. But that's your freebie, and also for spells. You get to rejig them all then as well.
Yeah, this will be my first campaign or any kind of thing that's extended time where I'm playing a caster, so yeah. So it'll be good to have that as an opportunity, because I don't fucking know what I'm doing. other than playing a bard in Baldur's Gate 3, I have no idea what I'm doing. So.
What's that?
It's just a little game. It's come out. It's
Gonna be game of the year actually. So good.
just because it's not about armour or cores.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna cry if it gets the game of the year, because there's also been Tears of the Kingdom. So
My man.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking climb up on some islands in the sky.
I love that song.
yeah,
Islands in the stream, that is what we are.
Hey, stop.
Oh.
Pay for it.
yeah.
Oh shit! Got another phone call.
Yeah. Universal.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point we should just throw in everything: Pinocchio, Star Wars,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park,
Iron Man.
all the Marvels.
Batman Battle Pass.
Batman Battle Pass.
Do you know what is stressful looking at my character sheet?
So
9 hit points.
Yeah, that will be rough.
Fucking 9 hit points.
That's fine.
I'll be dead.
We'll be fighting rats.
Actually, spells that you will need are Identify and Healing Word, and then the rest just do whatever you want with. But those two, when you get them,
I've
plug them in. You never unplug them.
Not necessarily healing word.
I'll never tell.
Oh. DM conflict.
Actually, healing word, because we've discussed about actions and bonus actions and spells. So
Oh yes.
there's some
yeah,
talk
I've
going
been
on.
talking.
Keep going.
I'm spinning plates.
Come on, a bit of battle efficiency. Got a bonus action spell in there.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to actually play now and have you guys at the table.
Same turn.
Thank you.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, that's always been the case though,
Yeah,
right?
but he's
I
never
know,
had a
but
caster before, so.
I've never yet, so now I'm like excited about it.
Oh, right.
Bards are probably a good place to start because it's not a wizard.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Half-caster.
character I ever rolled was a sorcerer. And that was...
That was the grease man that we were talking about earlier.
The grease.
The grease man.
Yeah, it was the grease man, yeah.
Who greases the grease?
Grease! Yeah,
How did it go?
same name. His name was Womack.
It was.
Cormac.
Cool, man. How did it go? Playing a sorcerer.
I mean, that's my first ever character.
Was it?
Fucking terrible. I had no idea what I was doing. Which is why I killed a man.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Sauce. Wait, what are you?
Sorcerer.
Oh. It's not something I've revisited, and
The PTSD stops him revisiting it.
you're smarter than me.
You'll be fine. I hated playing it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not built to play a full-on caster. Like half.
I am.
Support caster. Yeah. It's fine. Like Bard and Cleric, I can do that. But all the ones where they're a bit more intricate.
Wait, isn't Cleric a full caster?
I don't know.
Don't ask questions to the poor boy.
Let it be. Let the man be.
Not a war cleric, which is.
You're surrounded by two of the best D&D players. So you'll be fine.
In the world.
In the world.
Oh my god.
You heard it here first, people.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I'll say. I'm like very excited to play, but I also have no idea what I'll be doing, so I'm learning.
That's why I've got the prologue. That's why you get your training wheels and it's fine. You'll move it through. You get a little bit of flavour. You'll understand how it works, and then the training wheels will come off, and then it's real business, serious-based business. Any more questions amongst yourselves between races, classes, what your plans are, entire backstories, verbatim?
What's the best song you have?
The best
The
song.
best song. It's funny.
What's your hit song?
That's a good question. Do you have like songs written?
This is actually quite a thing that I want to play around with. I've got some loops in GarageBand set aside for when we're playing.
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm going to be singing, that ain't happening, but I'll certainly be playing some bits. What if I could give you a quick brief? What we got here? What's this? So just, you know.
Love it. No.
Oh, man. I'm going to stretch that loop from what it actually sounds like to what it could sound
This
like.
guy's shredded.
So,
If you have some sort of like electricity spell, then
Exactly.
it's just,
I love the
That's
idea.
it. That's where it
I love
comes
the
in.
idea of having to like persuade like a maiden or something, just there like.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
but yeah, I'm gonna fuck about with that and see how it goes. So,
That's clever.
yeah, the next 2 weeks are gonna be writing some content.
Awesome.
So I'll get back to you with that. I'll get back to you in.
Fantastic. So that is probably it in terms of. I mean, we could go on a few other bits and bobs, but I don't think there's much value in that yet because, you know, you gotta experience it firsthand, right? So I think, unless there's anything else, does anyone have any other questions?
who is hotter out of Loth and the Raven Queen?
I need to Google it now.
How?
What, that question?
Someone's answered it. I've probably gone into a very long, detailed 4-hour video essay
They've
on that.
answered it on, is it Quorn? Where it's just like dropping just like.
Quora?
Quora, yeah.
Wait, she got spider legs?
Yes.
No,
Don't
fuck
let
that.
that
No,
put you
no,
on. I can show you some
That's put
comic
me off
books.
straight away.
Ignore it.
Yeah, you
Right,
moved
well,
past it.
No,
Think
that's
of what
gross.
she could do with all of those appendages.
No.
No, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, but she's stacked.
Just saying, like,
You gotta look
that's
past the
fine.
legs.
She's got legs there.
That ain't.
That's too many legs.
No, not those.
She's got someone inside her.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I took very
Be
inhuman.
bound.
Variant human.
Yeah, let's get a feet straight away.
Oh, you bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
That's good.
Yeah.
Raven Queen sometimes doesn't have a form. She's just like a presence. So depends on
A little spicy presence.
what day of the week you see her.
That's not.
Whoa!
What the?
That is her. I take it back.
Yeah.
All the same.
Right?
She always has a presence, and it's that. That's her form. That's got to be like Bratz or something.
That's still, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried typing it as
That's
one
better.
word.
That's better.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, I've got the Bratz one now. What? This
there's
is
not a
not what
copyright
came
in
up.
there.
Straight away.
I mean, just put D&D after
Oh
Raven.
yeah, no, right, mate, that was it.
D&D Beyond.
Oh, the other one. Now, because of the association with a Bratz doll, I'm going to have to answer the question and say Lolth is the most attractive. Not that I would ever compare
It's not getting any hot.
Commit. A crime.
What are you using for battles then? So we're not doing minis for yours, are we? We're not doing physical terrain and campaign. So what are you using, and what's the setup for that?
So I use a virtual tabletop called Foundry. Roll20 is probably the most famous one. It was one of the earlier ones. I prefer Foundry for several reasons. And battle maps will probably be of my own creation, so expect wildly varying levels of quality, depending on how much time I've had to put into them. So yeah, top-down virtual tabletop with tokens representing your characters. The good thing about Foundry specifically is that there's a whole bunch of like permissions-based stuff. So only some of you can only see some things, or I can show certain things to some of you, or if there's notes or NPCs, we can kind of restrict it down to that. So I might try and move all kind of like campaign notes and maps and information to there. And then you can just log in whenever you want and take a read of bits that only you might have access to, or so on and so on. So useful for like stuff like summons as well. You can, only one person can have access to the summons. And another added benefit, not that I'm in any way sponsored at all, although I'd love to be, is tokens will have like a health estimate. So if you just mouse over, say, one of your guys' tokens, it'll be like barely injured, and it just saves that whole "How are you looking?" Well, I'm looking about 9 out of 10 conversation, because you can just be like, "Oh, he's barely injured. Okay, that's good enough for me right now." So he just cuts out that conversation. Same for enemies as well, of course. That skips that entire discussion during combat. So yeah, some things I do tend to run a bit. Like, if it's not really quite enough to justify spinning up a whole combat, we might just do that theory of the mind to be like, "Okay, you're there. We'll just kind of deal with fuzzy distances between characters." But for like set pieces or dungeons and stuff, then you'll probably have maps that you'll move through. And dungeons may well be completely mapped, but I'm not sure about that yet.
Nice. And with the maps, could a digital platform that might sell maps like GameTee be usable for those maps that we put down?
Absolutely, but if only I had a way to get money off.
Hey, it's funny you say that, because I know someone who does know how to get money off.
Oh.
He's in the room with us right now.
Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah, GameTee. Discount code, the Briggsy, 5% off. Actually, we've got some of their digital maps just printed off for the previous campaign, and they come out really nice. As long as you go to decent printers,
They're hot shit.
they're really good. But even just like using it for things like Foundry or Roll20, they're super cheap for what they are, so you can just bulk purchase them. They're great.
Nice.
I don't care. Do you know what? Even if we didn't have a discount code, they're great.
They're great.
Oh, there's another one.
There's another copyright strike.
Whisker and
Tony? How do you use a phone with balls? I'll rip your fucking throat out.
Wow, he's mad.
He's really upset.
So actually talking of combat, it's a good place, and then we'll start to wrap up shortly in a second. But I don't like random encounters. I don't like combat for the sake of combat. So all of my stuff has a purpose normally. So if we end up like montaging travel, I'm not going to roll for every day, because I always like stuff to be like consistent, logically consistent in the world. And what? Do you say? You can say it to the whole class.
Accident kicks me.
You never kick me.
Oh,
You're always kicking me. Who's that?
he's doing it now.
Who's that?
On it. We're all on it now.
Imagine.
Is that sexual tensions building?
Yeah, it's coming back.
Keeping my feet out of there. Because mine are bare as well. So.
Oh!
Barry, way
What
too
it
far.
is, what it is.
Slimy pants.
The dogs are out.
So yeah, combat will hopefully always make sense in the universe. So there might be less of it, because it's hopefully makes more sense and a bit more impactful than what the player's handbook would suggest. You'd run by default. So
feel attacked right now.
I want one combat each session minimum.
If we're like starving for it, we can just punch each other once. There you go.
Roll initiative then, I guess.
Slap.
No, that's fair. I don't know, that makes sense. Also, whilst I've got 9 hit points, yeah, I'm fine to
Don't want
avoid.
to rather avoid it.
No combat, please.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Just cast shield, you'll be alright.
Don't have it. Didn't choose it.
Yeah, shield is pretty handy. Let's talk AC while we're talking a shield. AC, Simon?
13.
Alright.
I'm currently sat at 15.
Nice.
Seems to jump up quite a bit when we hit level 3.
Shit.
Level 4, sorry.
12.
Ditto.
Oh, okay. Okay. So no one like awful.
Behind Dex class, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll be fine. 12's not too bad for level 1. Bandits only hitting on like a +2, so
Don't come across bandits.
Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
could happen. And I'm gonna commit. I'm committed to the story, so if that happens.
Mate, do it.
If he dies, he dies.
Do it.
If that happens,
Fucking crit me.
some cleric sounds like.
Okay, cool. So, unless there's any more questions, thoughts, and anyone wants to talk about the new campaign, obviously there's some no things. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna put it straight back to doing actual session 0 stuff. Weird. I'm not just gonna goof around. I won't talk about them, but you can read them in the document. There's obviously some red cards, as we like to say in the business.
Yeah.
Stuff. Like, because I don't think we did like a session 0 per se for the last campaign, but we're all
Kind of.
Yeah.
so we all kind of, you're like, oh yeah, not that sort of stuff.
You know where the line is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much the same as it was. Is the long or the short of it. And otherwise, that's probably it from me. Do you want your secrets?
Oh, please.
yeah.
Please.
Do you want your secrets? Everyone get your phones out.
Alright, keep your secrets.
Secrets.
So this is like a prologue to session 1. So this is something to ruminate on over the next 2 weeks. Is obviously I'm like soft DMing now. I've slid straight into kind of half running session 1. I'm flaccid DMing.
Oh, God.
I don't even feel you slumming.
Slime in.
Slime.
My slimy feet or whatever.
Slimy pants.
So as we discussed when you went around the houses, you've got a reason for adventuring, and you all happen to find yourselves in Faversham City, the de facto capital of the continent of Iophis. And each one of you, separately, all separate, I imagine, or are you two together?
We're together.
We're together, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not that romantically.
They're in a relationship. Which one of you is Paylor? In the role play.
They love these nuts.
So wherever you're staying, the inn that you've picked in whatever part of the city you might find yourself in, you arise one morning to have a letter under the door with content that I am sending out to you now.
He's typing.
Jesus.
Got it ready. It's done. It's out there.
You said that, but I just received a message from my mum.
She's in the campaign. So yours is on.
You typed that really quickly.
I had that pasted in the chat for like 3 hours.
Damn it.
Yeah, so while those guys are reading it, I'll just do, wow, how about that airplane food? It's hot here in the UK today. We had good weather today. Guys are busy reading there. I'll still thinking critically while these guys are doing that. Go and listen to Thinking Critically, my D&D discussion podcast. We've had loads of good. All the guys have been on. Oh, not all of them anymore. Matt, we'll have to get you on. We have different content, different topics, stuff on meta stuff, literal stuff, abstract stuff. So yeah, thinkingcritically.co.uk or thinkcritdnd on your socials of choice. We're back in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
God.
And a little bit of early spice there.
Just
Just all
So there is an attached information there that will tell you where you need to go in the real world, in the game world, and then that's where we'll end today's session 0. I know this means nothing to the listeners, but they've all just received a letter with some interesting information on, and we'll leave it at that.
It's true. There was parchment and everything. Sealed envelope. It was great.
wax.
Yeah. Magic.
Magic.
Just that's my get out of jail free
Europe.
card. Europe, baby.
Europe, man.
So enjoy that, digest that, have a think about what that means for your characters, and that's where we'll start. Session 1 is at the address specified.
Oh, damn.
90210.
Yeah.
Oh,
The hottest zip code around.
so 101.
That's all zeros and ones. Benny Hanna.
Benny Hill.
There's too many.
I did.
So ready to wrap up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So thanks everybody for listening to Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, session 0 of our Reyandor campaign. So I want to try something different now.
Oh.
I've been Danilo. I'm joined by Simon.
Yeah.
Bye, usually at the end of something. You
Oh,
can say
bye.
goodbye. Yeah. Nathan.
Toodaloo.
George.
See you later.
And Matt.
Ta-ta for now.
Thank you all for listening. As usual, go and check out our socials on DDND Pod.
Correct.
That's the correct one.
Numbers, all letters.
No numbers.
Get
Only
those
letters.
numbers out of it.
Get bin 'em.
I want to see it.
No clerics, no numbers. They're the 2 red cards.
I can't admit to that.
TCD video platforms, YouTube, the Spotify's, the Dad's Pods, the
Hodgepodge,
Bebos,
Twitch.
the Among Us's. Check us out. D&D Pod on all of that. And obviously Think Crit D&D and Briggsy, but we shielded that earlier on, so we don't need to do that anymore. I think that I've completed.
That covers it.
I've finished.
I've finished.
Wow.
Are we all finished?
We've all finished
Yeah.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.